Hi Capricorn, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart, and today is your February 2017 month ahead reading. I'm uploading the videos early because I want to get into a little bit of a pattern now of recording the videos early. So that the videos for the month coming in go out 2 weeks before. Alright, instead of doing it kind of really late, because I think people want to know what's going on potentially for the month that's coming in, a little bit ahead of time. So, yeah, this, and also you're getting a love reading as well for February, because it is the month of love, so we're going to see. And I feel it's more for singles, to be honest, because I feel that if you're in a relationship and you're happy in that relationship, then you're not as, You're not as, anxious to see whether, especially if you're looking for love, that is. I'm single, but I'm not looking for love, so I couldn't give a damn about Valentine's, but a lot of people would like to be in relationships, and therefore they're wondering if maybe their Valentine's going to come in, or maybe someone's going to come back to them, that type of thing. Let's have a look what's going on for Capricorn then. After the reading, we'll, as usual, pull an Angel Answers card as advice. So, Universe Spirit, show me what is coming in for Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the month of February 2017. Show me Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Show me Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. I need to see Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. And what's going on for Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising signs in the month of February 2017. Show me. Right, so doing the normal Celtic cross, obviously, oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned there's not an inset box this month, and I probably won't be using one for a bit of time now. It just to me, it just invades the whole screen. I'm going to do a Celtic cross with the clarifiers afterwards, because when I do the first set of 10 cards, it shows a story, but the clarifiers can easily change one thing to the next. So we do the first layer, and then we'll look at the second layer that comes with the clarifiers. And also what I'm doing that's new is laying an extra 4 cards alongside my right, and this is just for me to have a look at what else I can glean from the reading, so it gives me a little bit more in-depth information on you guys. Right, I hope that all makes sense, and I'm just laying the cards at the moment. You can see that I'm recording from a different space in the room today, in the living room, only because just fancy facing the window, because I work from the small little office space, or if you can call it a bloody office space, from the back of me there. It gets a bit cramped sometimes, so I thought we'd span it out. And we need to pull the 4 cards as well. We're going to have a look at these first, actually. Put the clarifiers afterwards, and I'm just going to see what the energies are. Oh, it's interesting. I feel that Capricorn, maybe for the month of February 2017, you are making a very executive decision. I feel that you're looking at a situation from a very kind of reasoned and rational point of view. And I feel that it's almost like you're making a decision on a project or something you've been working on that's not bearing fruit. It seems that you've been really, really, really focused on a particular area, Capricorn, within your life. I can see you sitting here, actually. You're not showing as a court card, but your suit is certainly showing, and I feel that that might be you. And I feel that you're taking a stance. I feel that you're taking a stance over a project that you've been working on, that something's not working out, and you need to let it go, and you need to walk away from it in the month of February 2017. We'll see. This is why I like pulling the. This is. I forgot to mention. This is called the expanded Celtic cross that I'm doing, where you lay down an additional extra 4 cards, and they give you an overview of what's going on. Usually, the reader wouldn't tell the client what those cards are, but it's interesting because it's quite exciting to see how the reading ties in with this energy here that we're reading first, Capricorn. So I do feel that you're making an executive decision. I think that you're standing in your power, and I feel that you're making a decision over a particular... it looks like it's a project or something. It might be a new job that you've gone into recently, or not, maybe within the last 8 months or so, potentially. Or it's a new project, or it's something that you've been working on. You're making a decision It could also be that you've got a very kind of the other thing that I think with these four cards it's saying is that some of you guys might be looking to walk away from someone that you're not in agreement with in the month of February 2017. It might be a boss. One of the cards that's showing in the four is the Emperor, and that can often show up as a very kind of controlling taskmaster. They seem to be probably working you extraordinarily hard. I mean, really hard. And it's almost like they reap the benefits and you reap very little. So it could be that you're in a job or something like that that's not paying a lot of money, but the bosses reap all of the rewards and you reap nothing. And you've made a decision. It looks like there's a disagreement over some work that you've been doing. And you decide just to let go, just to walk away. Because I feel that you are in a less than powerful position than somebody in the month of February 2017, Capricorn. And you have to kind of, it's almost like you cut your losses because you can't agree over something that you've been doing. Somebody holds all the cards, and I don't feel it might be you. I feel that you may have to walk away from a disagreement. It seems to be with a stronger figure or somebody who is in more of a powerful position than you are. Okay, you might be the worker, this might be the boss, for example. But it looks like there's a disagreement. Something around a project or maybe money that's owed or something that you've been working on, but you decide to cut your losses maybe and walk away. That's the energy I'm getting so far. We're going to have a look at the you now position. Well, there we go. The Seven of Pentacles is you guys, and you're looking at money. Money might be a very... I'm not sure whether it was money last month. A lot of the signs that I've already done, Capricorn, they're focused on love for some reason. We've got love readings coming up, but it's focused very much on relationships. It still might be a relationship reading. But so far in the four cards that I'm looking at here, it looks something to do maybe with... Because we've got cards like Emperor and Eight of Pentacles. Usually when you get cards like that, it's possibly something to do with the workplace, finances, authority figures, that type of thing. There is some form of disappointment or some form of difficult communication that might be affecting your health as well around this. So I feel some of you guys make a very kind of informed decision to walk away from something here. We can see when we're looking at the Celtic cross now that there is this position 7 I will start with, and this is the position I call the you now. So it's how you feel, it's what you're doing, external factors that are completely linked to you, what you're experiencing right now. And the Seven of Pentacles says that you are looking at the results of all of your hard work. When you get the Seven of Pentacles, you've worked really, really hard. Say, for example, you wanted to move home, and so you decided to get 2 jobs for 6 months because you were saving up for a deposit or something like that to move, or, you know, rent another home or buy another home. The Seven of Pentacles would show up to say, you know, you've made the money, or you're looking at your bank account to check that you've made enough. So this is usually the results. They should really show good results, or sometimes it isn't even good results. Sometimes it's checking, have I made enough? You know, you can see the woman is standing by this bush of 7 pentacles. One is on the ground though, so she's got 6 pentacles of on a tree and 1 pentacle on the floor. And the 1 pentacle is really indicative of, you know, do I put this on the tree? Do I invest more time? This is why the card is not always about money, it's about investing time and effort into a particular project. Or do I actually move on to something? This is a kind of evaluation. Some of you guys might be evaluating all of the work that you've done, and if you've made enough money. Do I need to make more money? Do I need to do anything more? Usually this will show up when somebody's waiting for an investment to come through. If you get the Seven of Pentacles in an outcome and a client says, you know, I've invested in this policy and that policy, I'm wondering if it's going to pay out this month, and this shows up in the outcome, then the answer should be yes. So the you now position, you could also say that you've been investing a lot of time in a particular area within your life, and it would make sense if you've been working hard here. But we want to see how this kind of correlates to the rest of the reading. Your root issue, distant past stroke root issue for the month, is the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords could be finding the truth, getting the answers that you are seeking. Ace of Swords is about getting clarity on a situation. So it could either be that you come to... The Ace of Swords is like the Ace of Wands in a way. It's like the aha moment, I get it. I actually get it. That's where the mental clarity comes in. But often when we use this card as mental clarity, it's waiting for an answer. So you guys might be waiting for an answer with this Ace of Swords, because you need some clarity on a situation. Some of you guys might be waiting as well. Seven of Pentacles often means to wait. So the you now position might be that you're waiting, maybe because the root issue is that you're waiting for some form of an answer with the Ace of Swords. I'm going to go to the present situation. When I do my readings, I look at card 7, which links up with card 1, which is the present situation, because card 7, the external factors stroke the you now position, will for me act as a filter through which I can see why something is happening in the present situation. Whatever's happening in the present situation, it's happening because of the root situation. I'll show you what I mean. So we've got some of you guys, you're investing, you're hardworking, you are toiling away trying to make money, or you're waiting for something to come in. You are evaluating a situation, often with this card, and we want to see how that plays out through to the present situation. Oh, Ten of Swords. Now, in the Ten of Swords in the present situation, this card here is saying to me that you are, you've toiled and you've worked really, really hard on a particular project. It's working its way through to the presence being the Ten of Swords, and that might be where finally you can see the end of something. Something is over. And it could be because the root issue is the Ace of Swords. Now, it could also be, depending on what, because we're seeing that you're walking away from something in those 4 cards. Could also be that you've worked really, really hard. This is you now. You've worked really, really hard and you're looking at the money that you've made, what you've accumulated, the results of all of your hard work and effort. It seems to filter through to the Ten of Swords, the present situation being the Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords can either be where the worst is over, where you're starting anew, but it's also a card that says, I've been betrayed. You seem to have worked really hard for something here, Capricorn, and this is you also, because you're Pentacles. But it's working its way through. We'll get clarification with these. To you guys feeling maybe betrayed in the present situation, maybe because you've found the root of this betrayal is the Ace of Swords. You may have found something out. Ace of Swords means clarity, it means the truth comes to you, it means communication. So it could be as a result of some communication. That's why you're feeling betrayed, and it's got something to do with a project or something you were working on. Let's have a look at what happened after the Ace of Swords, the recent past, or the energies that are passing through. Well, we've got the Ace of Swords here as the root issue. Breakthrough, clarity, truth, communication. As a result of that, it's the Ace of Pentacles. And Ace of Pentacles is literally when you get a tangible offer that's being made. So we can see here, we'll put this together. It's really interesting how different some of these energies. The Ten of Swords might change its energies then, because they're quite good cards around you. The root issue for the month is having something become clear to you with the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is also called death. It's also very highly affiliated. Sorry about the noise. Flaming hell, every time I record, some big old tractor runs around the corner, and it's running around this way as well. Jeez. So, sorry, but I'll just plod on. It's really annoying that I've got this really big noise in my ear. We've got the Ace of Swords being the root issue for Capricorn. Truth seeker, clarification, communication, breakthrough. As a result of this, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. It's a firm offer when you get the Ace of Pentacles. So often when you get the Ace of Pentacles is also something that you're planting and you're waiting for the seeds to grow. So remember, aces represent the seeds, the conception stage of something. So this is the starting of a realisation as well with the Ace of Pentacles. What is your challenge? It's the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is a fire energy individual, okay? So it can be a young individual, but it can also be a new career path or... sorry, that's really putting me off, that noises. It can be a career development or maybe some news. And it's funny because this truck has stopped right by my window and they're about to drive upwards. What the hell? Ugh. Right, Page of Wands. It could be some news that you've received. Pages often represent messengers. So the challenge might be some news that you've received here. I want to see where the Ten of Swords is leading to. The Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands could mean flight. Because Eight of Wands often means flight, it means space, but it means lots and lots of ideas. Or lots of communication. But I feel that this is flight. How interesting is this reading so far? We've got the root issue being the Ace of Swords. Breakthrough, clarity, communication. It's leading to the present. Ten of Swords. Sometimes this can be that you've overcome the worst, but I know this card very well as well. Can often mean that somebody feels betrayed. Perhaps is it as a result of some communication or clarity that's come to you with the Ace of Swords. And therefore, the best case scenario in the first 2 weeks of February 2017, Capricorn, shows maybe with the Eight of Wands, flight. Because in the second 2 weeks of February 2017, you're going to need to be strong. You've got strength showing here. So you're going to need to have patience, and you're going to need to have inner confidence and bravery. You're going to need to be brave. But also, if you're angry at anyone, the Strength card tells you to keep your mouth shut, be quiet. Restrain from being vocal about something. This can be a communication card as well, but really for me, with the Strength card, it's telling you to be quiet, and it's telling you to be, not say too much and not shout too much, and to resist the temptation to explode. Don't do the tower, for example. It's telling you to resist, to hold back. So you're going to need to be really strong and have really strong inner strength. Really strong inner strength, sounds weird. But be really kind of resistant to being angry or overly emotional maybe about a situation. Influences coming in around that, or the influences coming in are either what you will see or what's going on around you that you're not seeing. The Six of Cups, it can represent something to do with children or potentially something to do with the past. Very interesting, but we're going to open up the reading and see if we can get something else from this. This can also represent supportive people who are around you, or somebody who can offer you generosity. Six of Cups means generosity. So it could be that there's somebody around you who can help you within a situation. Hopes or fears? Well, the hope will be for security, Four of Pentacles. If it's a fear, then it might be that somebody's holding on to money, or they're not paying you something. Because we are seeing in the four cards that there is an Emperor here. It is a taskmaster. It seems that you've been working really, really hard. There's a project, an Emperor and a project you've been working on. But there's disagreements within this, so you're walking away. And it might be that your fears are that this person keeps something from you. If that Emperor is this Four of Pentacles guy, he's not going to pay up, because the Four of Pentacles guy is miserly and he's greedy and he's mean. And he won't part with his money. He's a really mean character. So it might be that you're going to have strength, because around you there will be support. Six of Cups. And that's because what you're fearing is that maybe somebody's not going to pay you or give you what they owe you. This breakthrough here, this communication here in the root foundation, it could be, sometimes this is the recent past and sometimes this is the issue within the issue. It could be something around money that's owed to you, money that you should be receiving with the Ace of Pentacles. And that's why maybe the challenge is news that you've received with that Page of Wands, which leaves you in the present situation feeling betrayed, or there's something that you feel has failed. And therefore, it might be for some of you guys, it might be the best case scenario is flight, or to send a load of messages to the person who isn't giving you what you want or what you're owed. Because you will need to be strong in the immediate future, the second 2 weeks of February, Capricorn. Because around you, there are supportive people, people who are willing to lend a hand, the Six of Cups. Can also be you're going to need to be strong, because around you, you've got kids made with that Six of Cups. Because your fears might be that there is somebody who's quite mean. Your hopes might be, I hope that we'll be okay. I hope that, this won't affect my financial stability. But your fears could be, well, what if this person doesn't pay me what they owe me? This is a really mean, miserly individual who's not paying me what I'm due. And what's the outcome? The Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords to me says that you'll find a way. Sometimes this can show, but because it's off the back of you guys being strong, being patient, waiting it out, influences coming in showing some support that you receive, the Seven of Swords says to me that you will find a way around the situation. The Seven of Swords is good mental strategy. It's being very, very clever. Okay, it's thinking outside of the box. It's finding a way around a very tricky situation. So you're going to find your way around this tricky situation. We're going to open up the reading. It's really interesting, actually. We're going to see why we've got all these cards. My clarifiers are either telling me why we've got the first cards, or it's trying to give me a message with a combination, okay? So I have to judge if it's telling me it's because of something, or whether it's telling me to read the combination together as a clarifier. Hope that makes sense. We're going to see what we're going on with the Seven of Pentacles here. You're showing us the Seven of Pentacles, and I want to see why. Because of the Ten of Cups. But we can say that, you know, what you have made here, you now, you know, you've worked really hard, Seven of Pentacles. Okay, and you're feeling really quite happy. Ten of Cups is happiness. So it could be that the Seven of Pentacles, and this is an investment that you've made. It could be an investment that you've made for the children or for the family, maybe with the Ten of Pentacles. But it could also be, you know, the you now position sees that, you know, you've worked really hard. You've done the sums. You said to yourself, right, I've worked really hard and I should have made this amount of money. And, you know, it makes you, you're actually filled, I feel, with this Ten of Pentacles. You're filled with joy and pride and the family's happy and that type of thing. So I feel that you are working and toiling very hard for the family, maybe, with that Ten of Cups. And I feel that, you know, your family or whatever are very proud of your achievements. However, the root issue is the Ace of Swords. And we're going to see why the root issue is the Ace of Swords. It might be that somebody's having trouble paying you, because I feel that the Ace of Swords being the root issue is that some form of news comes to you with the Ace of Swords. Remember, the Ace of Swords is communication breakthrough, or it's clarity, or it's mental breakthrough. So in order for us to have mental breakthrough, somebody's got to be saying something. So this is some form of communication. The root issue might be that somebody is having problems, because the Two of Pentacles usually shows up when somebody's juggling cash. Could be a Virgo. I mean, could be you. I mean, you are Capricorn, and it is showing the Seven of Pentacles here, and that's you. But it doesn't have to be you here. Or it could be that, you know, the root issue for the month is that you find out that you're going to need to be careful. The Two of Pentacles is also to be careful with money, because somebody's trying to balance out what they're needing to do with cash. So I feel that the root issue is either that clarity or communication or some form of news comes to you with this Ace of Swords, that somebody might have, you know, you got all your hopes up here. The you now shows real happiness. You've made a load of money. The family's happy. You know, you've done a really good job. You're not worried about too much with these two cards. But the root issue for the month shows that it seems to me there has been some clarity that has come to you. Some awareness, mental awareness with the Ace of Swords. That you're going to need to be cautious with your cash, the Two of Pentacles, or maybe that somebody's having a problem paying you with that Two of Pentacles. As a result of that, we have the Ace of Pentacles. I want to see why we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, I feel that there is a conflict. As a result of that, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, and that's money that you should be receiving, but you've got the Five of Swords with it. And I feel that it's money that you should be receiving. There is conflict around this, because that Five of Swords means that there is conflict. All right, there's a problem going on with money that you should be receiving. All right, somebody, the Five of Swords individual is somebody who is playing games, or they're trying to get one over, or there is a fight or a petty fight over something, and somebody wants more power than the other. So somebody has assumed more authority, and that's why these four cards are showing up here. I'll show you the four cards. The Emperor, the Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, Capricorn, and the Eight of Cups. You're walking away from a disagreement with an Emperor. It's for some work that you've put in, I feel, to something. And somebody's either saying, we're not paying you, or it might be this person is kind of, they're kind of reevaluated what they want to pay you. You're kind of sure here, I feel, that you're getting paid and everything's hunky-dory. But the root issue for the month is some clarity with that Ace of Swords. Mental awareness has come to you. That's either you're going to need to be cautious with money, or somebody's playing with your money, maybe, this Two of Pentacles. Or they've kind of said, you know, well, when I really top things up, it might not be, you know, I don't think I owe you as much as I says that you needed paying, or something. There's some sort of discrepancy with cash going on. And I feel that as a result of that, this money that is owed, Ace of Pentacles, it just seems that there's some form of a conflict around this, because you've got this Five of Swords. Somebody might have reneged on a deal, for example, that type of thing. Your challenge is the Page of Wands, and I want to see why your challenge is the Page of Wands. Because of the Fool. Or it could be that your challenge is kids. You might have 2 kids, Capricorn. You might have to, you know, buy them stuff for school, for example. You just don't have that cash there. Page of Wands, the Fool, they can both be, one can be a teenager, one can be a little bit younger than that. If that's not the case, the challenge of the Page of Wands, where you can be too, it could have been that you were too overly, when you get Page of Wands as a challenge, Capricorn, what this card is really saying is that you went into something too rash. You were too rash about doing something. You didn't think about the pitfalls, and that could be because you were the Fool. Something looked like it was a good idea. The money may have seemed good. Everything looked really good around the situation. But you went into it without thinking about it, without really assessing. You just took that leap of faith, or, you know, oh, I've heard the money's really good, and, you know, no, this person will pay, don't worry about it. But you didn't really check them out, or you didn't really do your sums properly, or you didn't really look into the finer details. And that's why in the present situation, you might be experiencing the Ten of Swords. And that could be somebody who betrays you. And we're going to see why you've got the Ten of Swords. I keep seeing this combination. I saw it, these are new cards, and I tried them out on myself a few days ago. And I paid a taxi driver £20, and I was in a rush to get to the train station. And for some reason I said, oh, you just owe me £4 something. £5.50. The taxi fare came to, how much did it come to? It came to £4.35, but I was late for the taxi, so I gave him a £1 tip. And I actually said to him, just take £5.50 and give me back £4.50. But I'd give him a £20 note. But for a split second in my head, I was saying £10. For some reason, I was really tired. And I had a train to catch, and I didn't want to, no, it was a coach, and I didn't want to be late. And the man gave me back £5 something. He knew he had £20 note in his hands. And he lied about it. And I went to the coach, and he drove off. And as soon as I went into the coach station, looked at my purse to go and get some water, I was like, shit, you actually gave him £20. He took me at my word. Any decent person would have said, actually, sorry, you've handed me £20, so actually I owe you £14.50. But he lied and said it was £10. And I phoned up the coach station telling them, not coach station, taxi people, saying one of your drivers has just robbed me off a tenner. And they said that they'd contact me, and they did. And they said, no, the taxi driver said that you gave him £10. He was like, it wasn't £10. He said, they said, oh, well, he said that you told him to pay just to give you back £4.50. And I was like, yeah, I told him that, because for a split second in my head I was thinking it was £10, but I knew I had two £20 notes, and I gave him one. This card, before, about 30 minutes before that happened, this card showed up for me in the best case scenario. And when they phoned, I realised that what this card meant. This man had stabbed me in the back. He'd lied. He'd lied. In the present, sorry, it's a little tale, but this has come up, and it came up for another one of the signs as well this week. Interesting combination because of death. There's nothing you can do about it, it's saying here. There's nothing in the present, in the first 2 weeks, that you can do about it. That's what that combination says to me. Ten of Swords is where somebody's being betrayed, and the Death card says, because the Death card means final, there's nothing you can do about it. You've been betrayed, and there's nothing you can do about it with that Death card. So within the first 2 weeks of December, Capricorn, there won't be anything you can possibly do about this situation. It looks like somebody is taking the piss here, or somebody is reneged on a deal. But because you didn't look into something properly, it looks like there's nothing. You haven't got a leg to stand on. We're going to see why the best case scenario would be the Eight of Wands for you. I feel that if you, the best case scenario is to send messages. Eight of Wands means to communicate. The Eight of Wands and the Star, it could be go far away, travel, and the Star is far away. It could be to travel far away, for example. But I don't think it's that. I feel the Eight of Wands is if you communicate and send lots of messages, you know. The Star is about optimism as well. So it's about something that could turn out quite well if you are proactive. So the best case scenario would really be to be proactive. Eight of Wands also means to be active, be proactive, get out there, do stuff, make sure you get your money or whatever it is that somebody's trying to kind of take away from you. All right, so I feel that the best case scenario within the first 2 weeks of February 2017, Capricorn, is to be proactive. because that will lead to maybe something positive happening with that Star card. The second 2 weeks of February 2017 show the Strength card. I want to see why we've got Strength. Well, you're going to need to be strong because there's loss here. So this thing will not be resolved. Five of Cups means loss, and it means sadness over a situation. It means something that failed friendships or failed promises or that type of thing. So you're going to need to be strong because you're going to find that this situation probably will not be resolved just yet at the start of the second 2 weeks of February. But influences around you are the Six of Cups. I'm going to see why the influences are the Six of Cups. And the Sun. So it could be saying, again, we've got this thing about children. Influences around you could be showing that you've got kids. We've got Six of Cups, which is children, and the Sun can be a baby boy or a child. So it could say, you know, you're going to have to be strong because there's loss here. You're probably not going to get back what you have lost from a particular person in February. It'll only be at the end of February that you actually start finding a solution to the issue. But the influences around you are, you've got children and you've got family, you've got the love of family maybe there. So hold on to that. Okay. This can also say to me that, you know, you've got support. And this is very, very positive again with that Sun card. Why are your fears or your hopes? We'll see what card we get with this. Why are your fears or hopes the Four of Pentacles? I'm just going to have a look here, Capricorn. I feel that your hopes will be that you maintain financial stability and freedom with that Four of Pentacles and financial security, maybe through help with the Ace of Cups or a remedy. The Ace of Cups can often be seen as a medicine or a remedy. So your hopes will be that you know, we can see here that you're going to need to be strong because you're still going to be feeling quite burnt or upset by somebody who's been trying to do something around your cash, what they owe for you. If this resonates with you, Capricorn. Your influences around you are either that you've got children, so focus on them, or that you have support around you, and it looks quite positive with that Sun card. Your hope will be that you can remain financially solvent, secure, stable, possibly through some help that you receive with the Ace of Cups. And the outcome for February shows the Seven of Swords, and we're just going to get what this is about. There we go, the Ace of Wands, and that's great. I feel that the ability with that Seven of Wands to find a way around this problem gives you new inspiration, or it gives you a new lease of excitement. So you're not feeling in the doldrums. All of a sudden, I feel by the end of February, Capricorn, it will be a case of, aha, finally, there's a solution. I feel a little bit better now. Okay. So this can be a solution that you're finding in which you are planting a seed. So you're going to start trying to unravel this situation with that Ace of Wands, because Ace of Wands often means that you plant a seed as well. All right, and you watch it grow. So it's the seeds, it's the conception of an idea. So whatever it is that you are, clever manoeuvres is the Seven of Swords, in which you start planting a new idea or a new seed in order to achieve success in the long run. So it doesn't say to me that this whole thing is resolved, whatever it is, if it resonates with you in the month of February 2017, Capricorn. It doesn't say that the whole thing is resolved, but you're on your way by the end of February to having this thing resolved, I believe. Okay. We're going to go through the reading again. It's really, really interesting. Yeah, and Knight of Cups as well. Knight of Cups is an offer that comes to you. So I feel that in the end, there is a clever manoeuvre that is going to happen here. In which you'll feel inspired. I don't know what this feel inspired to give, or the Knight of Cups. I feel that it's almost saying, we've got 4 cards here, that by the end of February, you are going to find a clever way around this situation, the Seven of Swords. It'll make you feel inspired with the Ace of Wands. Maybe to make an offer or some form of compromise to a very kind of difficult individual. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was that Emperor and the Five of Swords individual that we're seeing here. Alright? These are very negative energies that are showing up that you are trying to make a compromise to. Alright? And I feel that you'll find a way around this problem. Because I don't think you're going to let this go. There's no way you're letting this situation go. You're going to find a way around it. Alright? You've got to find a way in, I feel. Because you are feeling burdened, I believe, Capricorn, by finances. But I feel that we'll show the outcome cards in a moment. Let's go through the reading again. The 4 anchor cards here that were showing the situation or the general energies were giving a little bit more insight into the situation in February for some of you Capricorns. Remember, these readings don't resonate with everyone. You can check out your rising and your moon signs, okay? They might have some, other information that might resonate with you if this doesn't, all right? Just want to say, some people, they'll write back and say, oh, that didn't resonate with me this time. Well, why should it? It's a general reading. Some people, the readings will resonate with every week, but, this is the nature of general tarot readings. They're not going to resonate with you all the time. Even if they resonate with you for, 10 months of the year, it might be 2 months out of the year that it doesn't. It's just the way it is. It's general. For those of you it does resonate with, Capricorn, these energies, the 4 cards are saying to me that there is a man, an emperor. Because this emperor is a boss, I feel with this Eight of Pentacles, you might have been doing some work for this individual. It could be a company, it could be a friend, it could be somebody who said, fix my roof, whatever it is. But I feel that there might be disagreements over this work that you were doing with that Three of Swords. So much so that you end up walking away, or you end up trying to find a solution around this with the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel that you're disagreeing with somebody over some form of project or work that they owe you money for in the month of February 2017. Because you now, it might be that you've been working really hard to buy a home, because we've got that Seven of Pentacles, and this is somebody who is investing maybe in a new home. Alright, so it might be that you've been working really hard with that Seven of Pentacles to make the money, maybe with the Ten of Cups to buy a new home potentially. Or you're wanting to invest in a new home with this Ten of Cups, sorry. Okay, you could be investing for the future, or you're working really hard for the future, for your family, that type of thing. The root issue, though, is that you stumble upon some form of revelation with the Ace of Swords, communication, mental awareness, that you're either going to need to be cautious with your finances, or maybe with this Two of Pentacles, somebody's got financial problems, maybe in paying you, because we can see that money that is owed to you, Ace of Pentacles is often money that we receive, so maybe money that is paid to you, there is some form of disagreement or conflict with. Your challenge is you probably didn't look into the details of something here, I feel, Capricorn, because you've got that Page of Wands and it's news. But also the Page of Wands can be a challenge that you were too enthusiastic to do something here, and therefore you did it because you were a fool. I'm not calling you a fool, but the fool is often when we do things, the fool doesn't think, the fool just goes with the feelings. The fool would be like, oh, that seemed like a really good idea, I'm just going to go and do that. That's what the challenge is. They're both the same type of energy, the Fool and the Page of Wands. They do things through sheer excitement, or because it feels really good, or because it's like, well, that's a really good idea, but they don't really look into the finer details. So I feel that you may not have looked in the finer details, and that might be why in the present situation you might be stitched up with that Ten of Swords, and maybe with the Death card there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Because the best case scenario is to try and keep communicating, Ace of Wands, because you will have something positive that happens in the end, I feel, with the Star. Because in the immediate future, you're going to need to stay strong, the Strength card, and you're going to need to just be very, very, very resistant to sadness, to feeling upset. So you're going to need to be really, really, really courageous with this situation and brave. because you guys are still going to be experiencing some loss, upset, and you're going to need to try and not let it get to you. Possibly because the influences around you are children and you've got a family that you need to still, you know what I mean, show that, you know, everything's fine too. Or that maybe you've got support here, the Six of Cups. Possibly coming in from the sun, who knows, maybe a different country, that type of thing. Your hopes will be to remain financially solvent, the Four of Pentacles, possibly through help from others, Eight of Cups. And the outcome shows that you will find a clever resolution which will inspire you, maybe with the Ace of Wands, to offer some form of compromise or solution to somebody who's very resistant, and I think it's this Emperor and the Five of Swords individual. Because you're struggling, Ten of Wands, with finances, the Five of Pentacles, your intuition, the High Priestess, will lead you to financial security with the Queen of Pentacles. And that's you, because you're Capricorn. Queen of Pentacles is a Capricorn individual. So, yes, it looks like a month where something is a little bit dodgy financially. You might have got yourself in with somebody who's not completely above board. But I feel that something is... It's not that they're completely... They've just got their own agenda concerning what they feel they owe you or a situation in which money is involved. But I do feel it can be resolved by the end of February. If it's not by the end of February, you're well on your way to resolving it, maybe into March. And let's have a look at what the angel message is for Capricorn in the month of February 2017. Universe, Spirit, Angels, what is the advice that you have for Capricorn in the month of February 2017? What is the advice that you have for Capricorn? What is the advice that you have for Capricorn? What is the advice that you have for Capricorn? Show me. It's telling you to get more information. And I feel that that's what you need to do in the outcome areas here and also in the immediate future. You're going to need to remain strong and very resilient amidst sadness, amidst what you feel that you've lost. Alright? And I feel it's in this position here and the outcome position that it's saying that you're going to need to get more information. Let's just read on that. The situation you're asking about requires more information in order for you to make a wise decision. Approach those knowledgeable about the topic to solicit their advice, and that's a very good one because this Six of Cups can be influences around you are advice, the Six of Cups. If there are friends or family, Six of Cups again, members in your midst who have insight into the matter, ask for their observations. You may need to do some analytical research in order to get the data you need. This could include reading books, taking seminars or classes, or gathering information from the internet. So it could easily be that that Eight of Wands is the internet, because that often represents messages through the internet, that Eight of Wands. So perhaps the best case scenario with that Eight of Wands is to get messages from the internet. Possibly with the start, this could lead on to something quite promising. So, you know, I feel that you are data collecting in the month of February in order to resolve a situation here. It's not going to happen overnight. I feel that the resolution, whatever this situation is, will start to begin from the end of February and beginning of March. Maybe resolves itself within the first week, second week of March, I would say, possibly. All right, that is your reading, Capricorn. I would like to say thank you very, very much for choosing Carol's Universe. For a general reading on YouTube. If you would like to order a personal reading, just go to www.carolsuniverse.co.uk and I will speak to you guys on your love reading for February. Take care.